Alright, so this is a quick little video on just vaping in general, e-cigs, stuff like that. I choose to vape with a Ego 1300 ohm battery, variable voltage, and a 306 atomizer, low resistant. It works for me. It does a good job. Just clean the atomizers once a week. I've been doing my own juices, flavorings, buying concentrates, trying to save some cash. So, the point of the video is to just discuss, like, I've known several people to buy the little $60 cart kits and the little $10 disposables, and for the time being they're satisfied with that, but eventually stopped vaping altogether because it was unsuccessful for them. Now, if you've ever had any of these kits or any of these disposable batteries, you know how limited it is as far as how long the battery lasts, how hard the atomizer can heat up and produce vapor, and your flavorings is very limited too. I mean, there's usually like a menthol, a cherry, a classic tobacco, and something sweet like a coffee or a chocolate, and that's usually what you'll find. Maybe a pina colada. Um, the good thing about juices, it's a concentrator, is that there's a lot more if you just get off of the kit bandwagon and just do it yourself. Find what you like. If you really buy the juices, or the juices itself instead of pre-filled cartridges. Some places have like 100 different flavors to choose from in comparison to 5 that you would get with like blue cigs or green smoke or any of these other places that have the little cigarette style e-cigs that are very small. So it's very, I'm not gonna say aggravating, but it's like, dude, I want to tell people who say I can't, it's not working and I can't do it anymore. And it's like you haven't even experienced what decent vaping is, and even with this, I've hardly experienced what decent vaping is. I mean, I invest like $80 and get all of what I need. There's people who invest $200 and get just complete crazy volumes of vapor produced out of these mods. So I try to keep it simple. This 1300 ohm works for me. I'm on a drip to drip basis, which means if I want to vape, I want to need some nicotine. I go outside, a couple of drips, I'll get about 4 or 5 hits off of that. It's usually about enough. You can get things like cartomizers and tanks, so you don't have to drip every 5 hits. They'll last you the whole day, but then you also run the risk of getting a lot of dry hits because most have wicking systems. This one had a little wick in there in a bridge. I pulled it out, saw some video lessons online how to bridge your 306 and 510 atomizers. It helps, it's worth doing. But anytime you have wicking material, it's going to get dry and it's going to taste really bad every so often. So yeah, I mean it's like saying I had a Budweiser and now I know I don't like beers. Budweiser's not really the greatest of beers to judge. So invest before you make the judge on whether or not you want to do vaping or go back to smoking or quit in general. I would say quit in general if you are. But if you're going to smoke in the meantime, then it would probably be best to switch to a vape. Find a flavor that you like. There's some places that have 10 different tobacco flavors. They're just not the typical burning tobacco. It's what tobacco smells like. Um, and then it depends on your potency of nicotine. The stronger the nicotine, the more of a throat hit you'll feel. So if you're getting kind of a weaker cartridge, then you're getting less of a hit because it's cartridge. You're getting less of a hit because it's a small battery. You're getting less of a hit because that battery does not charge that atomizer up hot enough. And, it's just a combination for failure. So, if you invest the time, invest the money, learn the ins and outs, find what you like, maybe start making it yourself, and you'll be spending like $20 a month barely on your nicotine needs. So yeah, so if you're thinking about vaping, try it, and if you're thinking about stopping, invest a little more and try it again because it's a lot better than smoking. As always, keep on vaping.